Welcome to week 2. Thanks for sticking with us. I know that this course is a lot of work. This week we will have 2 more chapters to get through, but before you can open them up, you have to go to our modules page. You can minimize all of the materials from week 1 to make it a little bit more easy to view the modules page, and then head on to week 2. Before you get to our chapters 19 and 20 required lessons, you have to view the week 2 overview, which if you are watching this video currently, you've currently done, so congratulations on that. And then you have to view the instructions for our timeline assignment. The timeline assignment is a multiple part project. You will be working on it throughout the semester. We will have a new free software for you to figure out. It is called Tiki-Taki, and you will use this software to make a timeline of art history. Here are the detailed instructions. You can read through this top paragraph at your own pace and scroll down to the phase instructions. I've included pictures and detailed step-by-step instructions on how to complete Phase 1 and how to create your first timeline. Phase 1, all you're doing is creating the timeline and then starting to block out spans of from art history. You are responsible for researching the best approximate dates for these time periods, so please use your textbook, lessons, or other reputable encyclopedia sources. And many of these periods will overlap. For example, you have 15th century Northern Europe and early Renaissance in Italy. When you go to research those dates, you will realize that those may be 2 separate chapters, but they are actually the same time span. Here is an example from a student of mine in another class. I'd like to draw your attention down to this lower portion down here where you can see the date range blocked out in different colors. In this case, he's gone through and made different colors for each of the time spans, which actually makes it a lot easier to read. And you can maneuver through the timeline by scrolling along the sidebar or by going across this way. He's also included a nice little background image, which is lovely. This student has begun Phase 2, which involves placing some examples of artwork into your time spans. So here are some Caravaggio, some Baroque examples, some early Renaissance examples. You do not need to worry about this until Phase 2. So once you've viewed the instructions, you can go back to modules and submit the next 2 assignments. We have Chapter 19, readings and lessons. Then this is the slideshow that I've included so you can take notes. Chapter 20 reading and lesson, and this is the Chapter 20 slideshow that you can use for taking notes and for adding onto your Quizlet deck. After you've completed these 2 lessons, you'll be submitting 2 assignments. Each of these is just a link. So first there is the timeline Phase 1, just a link to your Tiki-Taki timeline that you've just created. And the second is a link to your Quizlet deck. The Quizlet deck should have terms and slides from chapters 18, 19, and 20, and evidence that you have begun studying them as well. If you need a reminder of the instructions for our Quizlet assignment, you can see the link under Week 1 modules. One of the things I really want to make sure that you're aware of before you submit your Quizlet deck is to make sure that you are adding your set to our class, right? If you have adding your set and you're only adding it to your own account and it is not made public, I won't be able to view it. So you can keep your deck private but add it to our class and I'll be able to view it as the instructor. Or, I mean, worst comes to worst, if you can't figure that out, especially for this first one, and you have your deck in your own pile, just make it public so that I can view it. I have a midweek deadline of March 30th for chapters 19 and April 2nd for chapter 20. The rest of the 2 links are due on April 2nd. So there you have it. Have a nice week, and as usual, you can email me with questions that you have about the material.